Hey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making winter bears. If you'd like to join me today, please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's go. Right then, so would you like to join me today and do winter bears? There we go. So what we're doing is, and I want some better paper, don't I? Yeah. Right then, so I'm gonna get, I've just got some better paper. I've no idea what paper this is, it's just random scrap paper. But I was using paper like watercolour paper. This is that cheap watercolour paper. I don't think it prints very well on there. Yeah, well, I'm doing that. You don't have to do a printing actually, do you? No. You can use watercolour paper if you want to make a template. I thought that'd make quite a good template. Yeah, or a stencil, which could be that. You could actually do a stencil and let's have a look. Just make a stencil of it and then do the stenciling through there onto the paper, and then do all the decorating on top. The best thing to use obviously is something like acrylic pens or opaque, like gouache. I say gouache, but people say gouache, don't they? Yeah, so I've made some little, obviously, what do you think it is? What do you think I've made? Yeah, I have made a foam stamp. There it is. Yes. And I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute. Okay, so the thing is, let's have a look. I better do this. So if you know how to make a foam stamp only, because people are saying to me, how do you do that thing you did? I thought that's because they didn't watch the video. Right, I think anyway, one of the ladies asked me, what's that stuff you use when you stuck to the foam? Right, so you want some sort of arc like this. That's the top of the head. Yeah, so what I'm doing is, right, so you might need to put a line down actually. Perhaps even a circle. I wonder, let's have a look, what would a circle do? Yeah, let's do a circle, okay? That's some sort of a circle. Like that, possible circle, like that. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, that doesn't touch the ears, does it? It looks like it's going to be a much bigger than the other one. Okay, so let's do, oh, that could be there. Right, I'm going to use that as the top of the head though. And I'm going to come out a bit here with the fat of the bear's neck. Well, was it jowls? I didn't draw it like this yesterday. I drew it totally differently. Right, just do a bit of the and ears. Let's do that. Let's try this. You don't have to do it like this. This is very complicated. The lady who did it originally, Amber, I think it is. I'm sure it's Amber. I can't remember the name of the channel. It came on my YouTube earlier. I thought, oh, that's the name of her channel. Said me immediately forgetting what it was. This might be better than that. Quite like the way that comes out like that, yeah. So I've done a circle, okay, top of the head there. That's your, and then I've come out here, done some, that's the sort of like cheeks, okay, or fat of the cheeks, like the half. And then you've got and they're so cute. I absolutely adored what she did. I think she did a much better job. Well, it's, yeah, she did do a much, no, I think she did a much better job in a way than me, because she did an ear all skew with and like that, and it was really cute. So if you do an ear, not skew with is an English word, okay? In England we say skew with. Right, ignore what I'm saying. I'm rambling on again. Right, so I'm going to basically do it like the dolls as well. I can do it a bit fat than that actually, can't I? More like that. Okay, cut out the shoulders. Let's have a round bear. You could also probably draw arms if you like, and that. Right, similar thing. You could do this out of card stock, and you could basically, in England we know what card stock is, don't we? Yeah. America, I don't think they understand what I mean by card, because that is, to me, would be card, not card stock. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, I was such a funny mood yesterday. I was saying all these American accents and everything, and I thought, oh, if people from America could hear me now, they'd think I was crazy. Well, okay, they'd realise I was crazy. There we go. Yeah, so I'm not doing the very professional. When you do it professionally, you cut the whole thing out. But I sometimes think these little bits could be used more easily. That's what I'm doing this for. Yeah, so I'm cutting it like this. I've done a much better job today. I don't know if it's the camera. Usually on the camera you get, yeah, you don't do a good job, do you? Right, I'm going to turn that over to see how it looks. Yeah, see that it is fairly wonky, isn't it? Yeah. That's fine. So that's, I want a wonky one because that's what Amber did. I'm sure it was Amber. If it wasn't Amber, right. If you know who Amber is, she's got the channel with the drawn picture of a girl. Oh, I just had it then. What was it called? I just had a name of the channel. Right. Okay. So that you could use that as a template if you're doing that out of card, or you can use it as a print like I like to do, like this. Okay. So I won't say skip this bit because because people, oh dear, that's the wrong, I bet that's the wrong one. Remember, I don't know if you saw my previous video with when I'm making the journal, but that kept getting in the way. No, please don't get in the way again. Right, so shall I? That looks great like that. So what I'm going to do, because that looks wonky like that, but it looks great like that, I'm going to glue this down onto there. Let's see what it looks like. Because this, I don't know if you understand that, but the mirror image will be this pictured down. Says I, hopefully. Yeah. I don't think I'm making any sense today at all, but yeah. Oh, I wish I could do what I did yesterday on camera. It was so funny. I was doing all sorts of accents. I was saying all sorts of jokes. This is to myself in the kitchen when I was making dinner, yeah. So, I thought, I'm in a really good mood today. Right, so this foam, I'm using it to put it on, is about between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, I think. It's that foam you get with objects, you know, things you buy. Okay, yeah, so I get lots of this. I sometimes call this kettle packaging because usually it comes with definitely I've had kettles with this. Yeah, and I get rid of it as much as possible because it prints. Although I'm going to cut these bears out, so yeah, and you don't have to do this. The reason I'm doing this actually because I can just print it rather than having to colour it in every time, but that doesn't matter. Oh no, that's now going to have a mark on it. Never mind. Right, never mind. Just go with the flow, don't you? Right, hopefully it'll print better than it has done. I want to use slightly lighter. Forgot a lighter one now. I'll use the twig one then. Right, Okay, and see how what we're putting on. I'm going to do it like this. Yeah, so yeah, so you can use, I would use one of these if you're doing this rather than paint. I suppose you could use watercolor paint, I don't know, just to get the shape. It might be a bit splashy. Acrylic would ruin this eventually, because unless you've got a way of cleaning it immediately. Yeah. Right, so that should print now. Let's have a go. Oh, yeah, you can see the bottom of the page, can't you? Yeah. So lots of pressing down. Perfect. It's got a line across his head. Yeah, there's that thing I cut with the scissors. Right, you can do that. You can also, and I think, what did it do? Right, she actually, when Amber did it, I remember this, I haven't seen this video for a year, well, nearly a year. I think I saw it in January. She actually added some, yeah, and I think that's perfect for adding, actually, though. Yeah. Even to that bit that's got that, yeah. So if you don't like any, if you've got any white bits to colour in, brilliant. Using that. Right. Now, and the other thing that's changed is definitely not using these, apart from this one. I've changed the nib on this one, because you've got nib, you can get different nibs. I've changed it. It's usually a bullet shape, and I don't like those, actually. Very hard to. I'm stubborn though, because I've been colouring in with them. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, yeah, right. I've made them like this. This is the one I like. This is the one I liked. This one. I've been looking at bears and I'm thinking, bears, dear, bears. I've been looking at bears and going, yeah. So they can have different shaped noses. Okay, a lot of them have. If you look on the internet, you'll find them with. Oh, that's very good, isn't it? That. So yeah. That's good. So that'll do for a nosy thing. I'm just going to leave it for a minute so it just dries. I'm going to look for some colours. These are the pens I need to use with this. They're easier to use. That's if I haven't used them for ages. I hope they still work. Right, where's my black and white? Where's my blacks? Oh, that one. Oh, it's not green. Oh, it's black. It is black. It's okay. I was thinking, is it green? And then you want some sort of a nose, yeah. So that's like a pear shape. You can do different shapes. Don't have to do a pear shape. I'm going to do different ones. Okay, and a little upside triangle for the nose, and eyes fairly close together, surprisingly. I've also got those lines down the face. Don't have to do those. I'll perhaps leave them off, see what it looks like. And then at the bottom of there, you can have a mouth like that. Okay, you can also put a tongue there, I suppose. You could also put eyelashes. Looking at bears, they seem to have a shadow in there. Okay, like that. Oh, that's rather cute, isn't it? Now I'm going to draw. It's going to have a hat. Okay, let's draw the hat like this, and oh yeah, that's you tell the difference, can't you? Let's get that on there like that. You can make it bigger, and then you can have a pom-pom on top, a pom-pom-pom, a pom-pom-pom. There we go, a pom-pom-pom on top. And to make them come together, I'm going to put some lilac. Yeah, there we go. That's quite cute, isn't it? Right, and then you can put a scarf on them. Yeah, so scarves, yeah, anything you like. I like this better than that, I think, the way I did it. So yeah, I would do it like that. I'm quite pleased about that. It turned out really well on camera, didn't it? Right, so there, and you've got the, and then long bit and short bit as people have. People. Bears have. Right, let's do, right, so I'll go all the way down here. Perhaps a bit of doodly bits at the bottom, and again that just to there, so then I'm gonna come across here as if that's wrapped round the top and that's underneath. Yeah, something like that. There you go, that's very cute, isn't it? Oh, and then it would be nice to put a little bit of a highlight in the eyes so they don't look dead. There you go. Let's try and do it the same place. And a little bit on the nose. And you don't really have to do any shading unless you want to. I suppose you could do a bit of, you want to do a bit of shading. See, that doesn't look too bad at all, does it? Okay, we'll move those. And let's have a look. Let's compare them to. See, they're not too much different, are they? But I do prefer that one, even though that one's more regular. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find... No, let's use this. That's absolutely fine. I think it's because of what paper I was using. This is really smooth paper. If you're using watercolours, obviously, you need to perhaps use watercolour paper. This is cheap watercolour paper, but I've printed on it. And this as well. That's watercolour paper. But so if you like that, I've printed on it. Did I stick it? Yeah, that's stuck on nose, actually. Stuck the nose on and just stuck on, no, didn't stick the scarf on. See, I was going to do all sorts of messing about, but you don't need to. Amber didn't, she just did it like that. And if it's not amber, I'm sure it's amber actually. I'm pretty sure it's amber. Yeah. I'm going to have to see if I can find her, because... Or if next time she crops up, I'm going to click on a video and then I can find her later, couldn't I? Yeah, because she's pretty good. She's good at... Oh, that's not good. So it's like I've got nail marks, like fingernail marks in there, so yeah. Now, this is when you do need acetate. Sometimes I use acetate because a lady with a surname Nettleship, I keep forgetting her name. Is it Helen? I know it's Nettleship because Nettleship's such a unusual name that you sort of remember it. Let's do this side here. Let's see if it'll work. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? I've got an extra bit there, but I think that's neither here nor there. It won't be in a minute when I get rid of it. Yeah, oh, actually that's made it a bit of a funny shape. Never mind. Right, then we do the nose. Okay, so let's think. Is it about halfway down? Because I've got to tell you now, I didn't even do this. I just kept drawing. Oh no, let's do a different shape one. Let's do a round one. Let's do one of those like that. I'm copying Amber now because that's what she did. And I haven't seen the video since January. Got a good memory. So I've got a good memory of things like that, haven't I? But yeah, telling you what I did yesterday, I have no idea. Right. Right, there we go. So you can do eyes, ears, nose, you can do a little laughing mouth, you can put a little pink tongue in there. Pink, yeah, pink, not red. Pink. Oh, what's orange? Pink, yeah, this is much better. Much, much better. Yeah, these are much better than those flat ones, than those type. Yeah. Yeah, very cute, isn't it? And you can also, this is what she did, and I thought this was a very, very cute Let's get a nice red. So my daughters were having conversations about names. That's why I keep getting these sudden pings. Well, they were, I don't think they still are. We were having a conversation about names earlier. So you'd have, say, a bow tie. Very cute as well. That's another idea. But you could put a top hat on him, couldn't you? Yeah. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you could define the edges, yeah. Oh, going too much in there. There we go. Very cute, isn't he? And you could put a little hat on him. Let's think. How would you do a top hat without it looking like it's, I don't know, roundish? Let's do a roundish bit. I'm thinking about making it smaller. You don't have a huge thing, do you, over his ears? And then there we go. Cute. How about that one? That's another one. That's not a winter bear, but that would it don't have to be a winter bear. Winter bear with hats. Bears with hats and things on them, yeah. And then you could perhaps put the highlights on. And the eye. Oh, I coloured in his nose, have I? He's got an uncoloured in nose. There we go. Right, while that dries a sec, let's put some highlights on here. Something like that. And then little nose, yeah. Perhaps he's got a bit on his fur as well, a bit of highlighty stuff on his, I don't know. Like that. Yeah, they're very cute, aren't they? Yeah, so these could be used in journals, obviously. Same as the girls, when I did the girls, things like that, in tags, on tags. I found out where my tags are, actually. Oh, forgot one that I don't know if I've used that though, have I? Haven't I? I might have used this. Used that, yeah, poor girl on there. But let's have a look. I think that might be too. What am I doing? Trying to get that, yeah. Oh, they fit perfectly on that size tag. If you wanted it in the middle, obviously it's the wrong, completely the wrong colour. But if you've got something behind it in the right colour, like if you stuck some, I don't want to, yeah, if you've got something like this, you know, bits of bits. Oh, there's those things, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah, the white makes it stand out, doesn't it? So you've got, oh, that's not it. That's not my thing. I haven't got any. I'm going to see if I can find some tags. Yeah, I've cut them out. And yeah, they look, that looks amazing on this background. That's the background I did with my daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law came over. Well, the son of my daughter-in-law, but when me and my daughter, I think they went they went somewhere. And me and my daughter-in-law were left together. And I said, let's do some gel press. So she did all, she'd most of this, and she chose the colours. And it's the shimmery, she liked the shimmery ones. I brought out about 3 or 4 colours. Yeah. And that looks nice on there. But you'd want perhaps want something else in the background. Oh, I've got some more papers. What is that? Oh, it's my book. Oh, is that where they are? Ow. I've got this. I don't want to tear a bit of that off. I don't know whether to tear a bit of that off, says I, tearing a bit of that off. Yeah. Let's see. See if I can make it look a bit more interesting. By having a background that looks a bit like... Excuse me, but I don't want you. There we go. Oh. Improvements. I won't say I don't like this bit, but yeah. But improvements. I'm thinking about doing... cutting that off and making a hole there. Because I don't want to cut this off into a tag and make a hole there directly above this. It's going to look weird. So, oh, I've got my cutter down there, but hey. That was my stomach, not the dog snoring. Have you heard it? It's hilarious. Right, there we go. Oh, I can't cut straight now. Yeah, I got, so I think Sandra, I can't remember the name. Is it Sandra something beginning with F? Yeah. She told me I can't cut straight, yeah. It's true. There we go. Not Sandra Murrell. Sandra Murrell's the other lady, other Sandra. Right. I like that. I like that. I'm going to... Where did I put that on? Scorched timber. I love scorched timber. It's gorgeous. The colour. Scorched timber, the colour. I mean actual scorched timber. I don't know. So if I put that there, that's greens and blues. Looks like it's got trees or something behind him, doesn't it? Like a... Perhaps I could put a bit there as well. To make it look like trees. I don't know, I could try it. Let's glue this down and make it there or something like that, yeah. So move out the way, everybody. Right, so, oh no, what's that? That was a running joke last time I did a video. I kept reaching for the wrong glue. This one, was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. I can put in there. I could even move that out. Yeah, let's have that there-ish, look. There-ish. If you don't know how I remember where it goes, I don't. I just it's complete guess. So hopefully it's all right. Here he is. That's upside down now. Right, so that's there, and then I'm thinking about putting a hole there and some ribbon. I've just put my... Have I put my ribbon away just now? Why did I put my ribbon? Oh yeah, it is. It's away. I'm using that ribbon. Same ribbon I used in the last video. Yeah. Now we don't glue on top of there, dear. Don't even glue on top of paper, but there you go. That's it, isn't it? You don't do as I do. Do as I say. Yeah, that's it. Right, there we go. So he's got a white outline around him instead of a black. I usually used to use black ones, but I like the white ones at the moment. And my hole punch is in another room, of course. Right, so now I'm going to make a hole there, yeah. Okay, you can make several holes, I suppose, and do a little pattern like I do. I've got a video on that. It's a tongue-in-cheek, I've got several tongue-in-cheek videos. Yeah. Alright, let's get this. Perhaps not as much as that, perhaps as much as that'll do, I think. Seven inches of ribbon. Now I never know whether you put it through the front or the back. I think you must put it through the front, thinking about it. You don't think half the time, yeah. There we go, there we've got a sort of a tag. Oh, well, that's not very straight. And I'm going to go around the edge of this. Okay. I sometimes think putting a bit of glue on that bit, but I got me art glitter glue in the room, so I'm going to just put it on there and hope for the best. Right, so that's cute, isn't it? Made little birds, my winter bird tag, yeah. And you've got him as well. Yeah. I suppose you could put a little thing over his shoulders as well. That would look cute, wouldn't it? Right then, I hope you like my content today. Please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.